Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football here in Groesbeck, Texas, here with the head coach of the Groesbeck Goats, Coach Jerry Bomar, after a 28-7 Monday night win over the Fairfield Eagles to finish the regular district play in second place. Coach, congrats on the win and congrats on clinching the playoff spot officially.
Thank you, Matt. Just a tremendous win for us. Great turnaround in our program. It's one of the best situations, the best experiences I've had in my career.
Coach, first off, I want to talk to you about how your kids have responded to all the changes this year and sudden change. You guys are playing. You played on Monday night. You played on Tuesday night. You played on Wednesday night. Tonight you played in cold and rainy weather. How do you feel like your kids have adapted each and every week to what's been a very fluid situation overall?
It's a great question because you'll never see this, I hope, again in 100 years of Texas football. Let's hope. But we just sat down with our kids when all this happened, explained to them why we weren't happy about it. But, you know, life gives you lemons. You got to make lemonade. And I just said, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to keep our poise, and we're going to be the team that does not let anything get in our way. And we didn't, and our kids have adapted very well.
So your defense, especially your front seven, really set the tone and did a great job. They've got some explosive playmakers over there, and you guys really, other than the one big run, you really limited what they can do offensively. What was the game plan coming in, and how well do you feel like your kids executed the game plan from your first look on the sideline?
I think we executed it great. We kind of turned the corner last week on defense. We'd had a few games where we'd given up a lot of points, but we'd scored a lot. But last week we turned the corner, I think, mentally with our aggression. And I felt like coming in that we would be the more aggressive team over their offense. And like you said, other than the one missed assignment we had, you know, they didn't really make a whole lot. And so I think it's because of our attitude.
Been around some playoff runs in the past in your stops coaching. Obviously, you know, when the weather gets cold and kind of gets windy and nasty out, you got to lean on your defense. How excited are you going into a potential playoff run to have your defense playing their best football of the season?
Now, you hit the nail on the head. That's the secret. That's the secret. All the long runs we've had in the playoffs over the years, we've played really great on defense because the weather, you play teams that have good defenses, it's hard to move the ball consistently. So I'd much rather have a great defense going than our offense.
You know, this is, you come to Groesbeck, you have a lot of history here. You've had some great runs here. I know this place is special to you in you know, what you've done in your career. How special is it this year to come back to Groesbeck and have such a great year and get Groesbeck kind of back to where you feel like they should be?
I'll tell you, I've been doing this a long time. You know, we won the state championship here before. Sometimes you don't want to go back because you can't repeat what you did. But I'm going to tell you, I've had a lot of turnarounds in my day, but this is right at the top because this was so bad when I came here. The culture was so bad. And to change that in 1 year's time and to come in with a 6-3 and win 4 out of 5 district games and to be when we were picked at the bottom, this is very gratifying. It's one of the best experiences I've had.
Final question for you. What's been the key to the turnaround? I mean, every coach that comes in and tries to turn things around has their own philosophy on things, but it seems like from just on the outside looking in, your kids have really bought into what you and your staff have sold to them, and they're all in, and they'd run through a brick wall for you. It's got to be one of the more special feelings as a coach to see your kids. I mean, you may not have the most talented kids out there, but to see them play so hard and to be so bought in has to be really rewarding.
No question, if you can get that in high school, and that's what's great about high school. You know, the kids don't have to be this tall or whatever. They have to buy in, and then they have big hearts, and they got to believe that they have big hearts. And we have very intelligent kids here. We're very frank and honest with them. We're tough on them. It's what we demand on how hard we play. We play hard for 4 quarters. It's been my whole career. It's what we do. And, you know, the kids have seen that what we tell them can happen. And then this is just another great example, but just tremendous effort by every young man in our program.
Coach, congrats on the win. Enjoy it. I guess you got a few days to kind of relax
Yeah.
the Sunday night game. But congratulations on the win, and good luck going forward here in the playoffs.
Thank you, Matt. I sure appreciate you coming.